The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
That's right. We're back here live on the Bo P Show. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We're live on the Bo P Show. We're back here live. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We had a lot of people hitting in, and we had our Skype line open because we had some Skypers supposed to call, and it had our system open up, and we had to take a break and set up again. So we're back live, and get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Our special guest is here. He's coming. He's coming into the building right now. We've been sitting here talking. Yvonne Maurice is in the house.
Yes.
And we was talking about the Monique. We talking about comedy, and it's a sad situation with comedy this week. And Monique put a thing. It happened. Let's get past it. She's just one comic. Don't let the whole industry be affected by one situation when we all need to work together to make this thing happen. You know,
I had to remove the label. Sorry.
Okay.
Copyright reasons.
Yeah, and you're a female comic. You can speak more on the situation.
But I'm speaking from a different perspective because one, I'm really, really new in comparison. I'm like an embryo in comparison to someone of Monique's caliber as far as the length of time in doing comedy. You know, I've only been doing it for about 5 years. So, I mean, I've just been special most of my life.
So you would take 500,000?
I would have taken 500,000, yeah.
Okay.
But that's just
you don't
me.
know your worth. You don't know your worth.
Okay, well.
You will take anything.
I would have taken that.
You have to stand on something.
I could have finally paid off Sally Mae. I mean, it would have been a beautiful thing. So, yeah, I would have taken it.
500,000. You know, if you never had 500,000, it's hard to turn down 500,000. But if you got 500,000, you can say, I need a little bit more. But if you never had 500,000, trust me, that 500,000 will come in handy. Okay? Angel Johnson says, don't get too comfortable living beyond your means. It may take you.
It may make you better.
It may make you
comes
bitter.
Along younger and gets a check bigger than you. If you got a problem with $500K, downgrade your lifestyle and make it enough, or step your game the fuck up. Hashtag Amy Schumer, hashtag secure the bag. That's a new phrase, secure the bag. I mean, a lot of millennials are saying that. And that was along the lines of what Ice Cream was saying about how, you know, she turned down. They're not looking at that. She turned it down.
Right.
Because she's already got money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So she exactly knows her worth. She's expecting y'all to understand her worth.
Right.
That's all that is.
That's all it is. That's all that is. I can't. I'm not faulting her one bit.
At all.
Because like I said, she in a position to turn down that kind of money.
I just think it could have been handled differently.
I'm not at that position.
The only thing that I think that's my only concern about this whole situation. Yeah. Because actually, it speaks volumes that she was able to turn that down. Because if she had been in desperate need of it, and obviously Wanda wasn't in desperate need of the $250 that they offered her either. Yeah. So because she turned it down. So y'all have to look at that. They're turning this money down. Yeah. That you would have taken readily, because I know I sure have.
That's a good husband. That's a good husband too, to let that kind of money go away, boy. He ain't pimping. He ain't pimping, that's for sure.
Right.
Because he'd have been pimping. Hey, get your ass on that stage. So we know that ain't happening in her house. She knows she running things. What's up, my brother?
Hey.
Yes. Come on in, man. Come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bo P Show. This is what we do every Wednesday night. 8 to 10. My man is in the house. We told you he's going to be here. He's in the house right now. Stupid as ever. Ain't nothing changed. My man Steve Brown, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. Steve Brown. Story to tell y'all why he getting situated. This brother, I took him on the road. You gunshot now.
He got PTSD.
Gunshot now.
He got PTSD.
I'm just trying to shake your hand. I'm just trying to shake your hand. I ain't got no mic stand in my hand. You see, we got the short mic stand. I know them long ones you kind of ducking now. So we got the short one so you be comfortable. But nah, this brother here, man, when I first met this brother, they had something called the Comedy Zone Tour. I lived in L.A. He lived in Alabama. So the Comedy Zone Tour, you fly out to Richmond, Virginia. You start the tour, and you go from Richmond to Miami, all the way back up to Atlanta. Then we went to Memphis, I think, one time. And this run, we'd be on the road for 3 weeks together, me and this brother. So his first time on the road featuring, I was headlining. He was with me. And let me tell you something. Every night, people tell you when I'm doing a comedy show, I don't like to listen to the show. I'm out back, getting myself together. But I couldn't help but listen because every night this brother would get standing ovations. And y'all don't know how hard it was for me to work every night for 3 weeks to fight behind this brother to get a standing ovation because he get a standing ovation in front of me every night. That's the Steve Brown I know right there, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Brown in the house. What's up, Steve Brown?
So, man, how you doing?
How you feeling, first of all?
Hey, man, I'm just
You're a warrior.
I'm just up.
I know
Comedic warrior.
I know. I'm just trying to get you comfortable here. Don't worry. Don't be. She's. Think of her as the cook. Think of her as the cooks who came out the back to help you. Think of her as that. Okay. So everybody know what happened.
Well,
We ain't got to even show the video. We ain't got to show the video. Nothing. Everybody know what happened. Steve Brown, the brothers on stage in South Carolina. The young man came on stage, confronted my brother. So we're gonna let him talk about what he's seen. What happened? What?
Well, man, first off, it's very little that I can talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it happened. You guys saw the video, both angles, and it was just a sad point in my life and just in the world of comedy. Period, man. Where we've gotten to that point. You know what I'm saying? And just as a society, period. All I can say is that the brother was having a good time. He was having a good time. And something, his girlfriend, or the way I spoke with his mom, and they were very apologetic. They seemed to be really good people. His mom and his stepdad, and something is.
So you've been communicating with the family and him.
Well, family and of him a little bit after the fact because he called.
That's good.
And it was very apologetic.
That's good.
And they were like saying that. I mean, the family. They were very apologetic, and that night it happened, and it's crazy because they were apologetic, and they were more concerned than the club owners were.
Wow.
And
that had to hurt the most.
That hurt the most. After
Somebody you've been working with for years.
For years, and not only did I put in work for them, I brought them money.
Right.
So I was thinking that I'm your investment and I would be your top priority to protect me. You see what I'm saying? But the family saw what happened, and it's just it's a bad thing, man. And anyway, they were very apologetic, and it was it's kind of bad, man.
It is, man.
It's bad.
When I saw it, I know you. I know you're not that kind of brother to do that on stage. You perform.
Right. Well, let me, I'm just, and to see the brother go from enjoying my show to getting to the point he got, that was really, it was really traumatizing. I mean, I can paint this picture that I'm happy, I'm happy-go-lucky, but I don't know.
It's okay, brother. You didn't do nothing wrong, man. You telling your jokes, man. And America, I want y'all to know what we do. A lot of brothers get confronted like this, and what I saw and I didn't like is nobody came to the man's aid. But I talked to the brother who said, "I was there, Bo. I went to get help." That's what you didn't see. I went to get help and come back.
The thing is, it was a sad thing, and you try to stay away from stuff like that. And this time, I wasn't. You know how we go in on customers and all that, or the crowd. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that.
Right.
I mean, as a matter of fact, when I saw him like that, I was concerned, and I was like, "Dude, are you okay?"
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he started mumbling something, and I'm like, I'm backing up, but it didn't seem like he was talking to me. He was just saying stuff.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, his girl kind of went over to him and started from there. And then security came over. Well, the guy that I thought was security, or I don't know, but he came over.
Right.
And it started from there. And he was threatening and whatever. And of course, I said, like we always say, dude, don't come up here. If you come up here, you open game. Meaning, if you come up here,
I got to protect myself.
To defend myself.
Right.
And, I backed up, and the one comic, I'm going to tell you, this is one thing I do want to say. When you were grooming me, if something happened to a comic on stage, all the comics come in the run. Mm-hmm. All of them. We're not coming to, Bo P, just move back. We got you. Just move. We coming at the person that's trying to get to one of us because we know how we live.
Right.
And we know what we go through. So anyway, I'm backing up in the brother. I'm gonna call him out. Skip G. He calls himself a comic. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, man, I got you. Just stay right here. I'm with you. Because I'm like, now, he never told me leave the stage. Because number one, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking what I thought who security was gonna get him out, and so I can go on and finish the show.
Right.
Because I am about my show.
Right.
And as they were moving, we still kind of joined a little bit. And then I'm like, Skip G was like, okay, dude, we just going, we got this. Next thing I know, he breaking back through the crowd. The same security guy that called himself restraining him, he done got knocked over. And he didn't get stole on him, knocked him on the table, and he making his way to the crowd. I'm like, this guy coming to the stage, he really making it. You know what I'm saying? So now I see him, he get to the stage. I'm thinking Skip G is with me, and if you can see the video, this dude skips off. He slowly walks away, walks off stage. I saw that. Walks off, he did like this, and walks off stage.
Right.
Yeah. He wanted to call in tonight. He wanted to call in tonight.
Yeah, walks off stage.
Yeah.
Now, so now I'm left up here with this dude.
Right.
So now, of course, I work out and all that. So now I'm going into my defensive fighting mode, meaning I'm gonna evade you long enough for you to get tired.
Right.
And then,
I'm gonna get you.
Because I'm a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I can't go blow to blow at no 22, 28-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to let you tire yourself out so, the cards can be stacked in my hand.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we do when we train, the boxing or whatever. So
the part you didn't know, you were fucking with a 9-year criminal.
Right. So now, so now it's me and this guy, but I'm looking, okay, where are my people?
Right.
And what hurt me the most is the people that were supposed to be helping me. They standing there watching. They're standing there watching. Yeah. This guy is not only mad at me at his girl. This guy's mad at the world.
Yeah.
Why I say that? This guy while he was swinging and trying to get to me and fighting everybody, what I saw to me is this brother was lashing out at the world. He is screaming for help, but doing it in his way and doing it in a way where it's not acceptable to society.
Right.
He's taking it out people or anybody or anything he can get his hands on. This guy's swinging at me, and the thing is, I'm trying to defend myself, and I'm not playing the victim because my thing is, I'm believe it or not, I'm trying to catch him at the right moment.
The man throwing a 20-pound weight at your head.
Right. So now, but at the same time, I'm thinking, this dude really trying to kill me.
Right.
He's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And y'all are sitting here
videoing,
letting it happen. And honestly, I'm gonna put this in my set. The security standing right here, and I'm dodging this dude, and I'm thinking security gonna come, but all of a sudden I hear one of the security guards say, "World Star." I'm like, wait a minute. No, that was a joke.
Don't do that. I
just wanted to see what I just wanted to see what's gonna work on stage. I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah.
But and
what I want to say,
and then finally, the two guys come on stage, and they are like, "Well, where's security?" But that was supposedly, now they're trying to twist it like those guys were security. And guess what? They coming up here smelling like dishes and wings. Yeah. They were guys from the kitchen.
They from the kitchen. The cooks.
We know each other. Good brothers.
Yeah.
They're good brothers. And they like, man, we're not going to let this man go out like that.
Right.
You know, so now, you know, our security, as they say we had, and I'm not down in him. He tried to do his job. You know, but you got to understand something. You're dealing with people 28, 29, 30 that's physically fit or whatever. You ain't got no business with no 60, 70-year-old man with an Earl
with his shoes with his boots untied.
Yeah, you know, they fighting, Lord, let me put my shoes on. No, you can't do that.
Get my stick.
Right. So now, you know, the guy, you see him, you watch the video, he's making his way out, and he walks right into the security guard and says, get away from me, get off me. And the security guard backs up, and then he walks out with him. Yeah. But think about this. He turns around, takes his shirt off,
and comes
back. But guess who comes back with him? Nobody.
Security guard behind him holding the shirt.
Security, he didn't come back.
Right.
By this time, okay, I'm in the green room or whatever. You know, they escort me to the green room or whatever. But, you know, then after all I go through, and it's time to get paid, they dock me saying, well, people left. And you gotta pay your tab. So you gotta pay their tab, and you didn't get off stage in an orderly manner. There's nothing in my contract that said I had to get off stage
in an orderly manner.
There's nothing in my contract that right. So now, you know, I'm like, really? This is what happened, and I'm my arm is bleeding. You know, I got a gash in my arm, and you gonna tell me this?
Did they take you to the hospital?
No.
Did you have to take yourself to get stitches?
I took myself to the hospital afterwards, and you know, I called and I was like, I want to hear from Diane. Why am I getting docked for something I really had nothing to do with? No, to this day, I've gotten a call from Marvin's sister. I've gotten a call from Marvin. I've gotten a call from his parents, being apologetic or whatever and this and that. I didn't get not one call from the club.
Wow.
I didn't get not one call from the man.
Wow. Y'all wrong for that. You know that Comedy House Theater, you're wrong.
I did not get one call from the manager, none of that. And then now a local club owner's like, I was supposed to be working at a local club here and who's friends with them. Now they're telling me I'm a liability.
Are you serious?
I'm a liability. I'm hot right now. You're hot right now. You're a liability, and we don't want copycats trying to do the same thing the other guy did. In other words, now they're trying to so-called blacklist me and that's what they do when they feel like you're on their asses. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, no, I'm not trying to close you down. I'm not trying to sabotage you. You just need to take care of your artists better than what you do and have security for your artists, just like you have for the patron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really gotten to that point. And the guy that's here, he don't think I know it, but comics are calling me. He's calling, trying to interrogate them and trying to coerce them to say that I started everything.
Right.
And to this day, he's probably watching now.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. We know, sucker.
So it is what it is. And honestly, man, you can I can smile with y'all. Comics, we as professional entertainers, we do this better than anybody. We hide our hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm more so hurt about it than I am mad about it because
of course
it's very disrespectful.
Man, this is your livelihood.
And now, you know, it's like, you know, they're concerned about well, you're trying to kill this club and this and that and that. But dude, you're not looking at. I can have a wife to go home to.
Right, kids.
And she fine as hell.
Yeah, I ain't seen her. But anyway.
And I have some beautiful kids.
Yeah.
And I have people depending on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, to that brother, you know, they locked him up, and I'm praying for him. I hope that, you know, in all this, I hope that he gets some help.
And some you said, we talked earlier this morning, some you said that blew my cap back. You said you don't want to press charges.
No, I don't. You know, but at the same time, you know, I'll put it to you like this. I look at it, and I want him to get help. But at the end of the day, you still got to pay for what you did. You tried to kill me.
Well, the state gonna do that because the video gonna speak for itself.
Right. So is I'm not gonna speak on that. And that was like a little trick question. Thank you. You're clever.
Oh, I'm good now. I'm good.
I'm not gonna speak on that and what I'm going to do.
I know.
But the thing is, I as a man, I hurt because of what happened. The outsiders won't understand it. Nobody in this room will understand it because they're not comics. They're not the people. We're not the people that you see every day on stage. We're more than that. We go through a whole lot of stuff.
Come out there and do that.
When we make people laugh and forget about their problems. We
got a lot on our shoulders.
But when the lights go down and the stage lights are off and everybody's going home happy, we gotta come back to our BS. And right now, I can laugh with you, I can play it off, but deep down, I'm a hurt man right now.
Yeah, well, people are looking at your career now, looking at your looking at the situation,
and then some are saying, man, he antagonized the dude. No, what I did, I let him know that, hey, I'm not running. I'm gonna be here when you get here. This is where I work. You're not gonna come on my job and do what you do.
You did that.
And the thing is, shut up, man. And the thing is, I look at it like this. They're saying you should have left the stage. People don't realize when you turn your back on a man that's charging you, you are even bigger target.
Right.
You're a bigger target. You got to see where this man is coming from, so you can know how to maneuver yourself.
Right.
You got to know when to defend yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. If you got calls, go ahead.
No.
I'll take any questions or whatever.
No, that's Skip Lawson. He wants to call in.
Who?
Skip G. And what I wanted to say was, before I let Yvonne speak.
Get no conversation.
I got
conversation with Skip.
No, I was just wondering about. You said that you were getting some backlash behind all this negatively as far as your career, and I was wondering maybe if there was a way that you could use the notoriety that you've received recently, because you've gotten a lot. This has gone nationwide.
Almost 2 million views.
I mean? Yeah, it's gone viral. It's gone nationwide. It's being reported all over the country. So I mean, even in the UK, I saw something in the UK on this. So, is there any way that you can utilize that to the positive to potentially turn this around for you?
You know what? That's what I've been trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Just, kind of lightly joke it off or whatever. But and at the same time, relay a message. Comedy clubs, we are people too. Right. We're trying to do people a service, but at the same time, protect us while we are servicing your customers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't treat us like dirt because we are because we're not the A-list or or the Kevin Harts of the world and the Cat Williams. We're funny, and even we're just as funny or even funnier. So just treat us the same. It's all about the dollar. And they showed me that this weekend. Okay, we paid you, we docked you, and they expected me to just go away. Right. So it is what it is.
No, don't go away. That's what I was going to say. Now, I was thinking that's what I was thinking.
And one thing I want to say, you handled yourself on stage. You were scooting around like a 3-year-old. You wasn't running.
You were skipping it.
Yeah, but one thing, too, man, one thing you can do, though, you can call Monique and y'all fight this shit together.
Oh, mercy.
Y'all tune into the Bo P Show, man. My man Steve Brown sitting in with us tonight, man, talking about what happened. And the reason why I wanted to bring him on the show, man, because this is what I do for a living, comedy. And I've been in the same situations he's been in. Me and my brother Artie Fuqua got in a fight in Boston. Like you say, he got in a fight. I had to run out there and jump in the fight. It wasn't even my fight.
Right, and because it's a thing that comics do.
Me and him on the road together,
and we're on the road together. If we're working together, we should create that bond. And the thing is, I mean, if I can't trust you, in other words, if we're gonna do this, let's do it. But I don't want that nigga shit. Excuse me if I don't. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you for me, and then when my back is turned, well, he shouldn't have did this. And that's what I don't like. That's why I'm disappointed in his brother. Because he called me last night, Peter want to talk to you, and he with you, and this and that and this and that. But then I'm hearing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just got a call from him last night. Skip G. Man, they want to talk to you, man, and they Peter, the owner, the manager, saying, he think he with you, but he just can't say nothing. They got a gag order, and now, but I'm hearing other stuff, and people are showing me what this brother done said. Steve should have left that stage. Steve, how Steve, that type of stuff. So, I don't buy into that, man. And I told him after the show, like, dog, number one, you should know better, bro. If I'm a comic, I'm in your, and I'm working with you. Why are you grabbing me?
Right.
Why are you telling me, hey man, this and that, all right, okay, dude.
Grab that dude.
I'm right here with you. When he come up, when he come up here, let's both grab him and hold him down and do something.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you something else. And I don't play the victim. I'm responsible for all my actions. The thing that hurt me the most, dude. You know why I didn't swing back at this dude? I didn't swing back because I call myself protecting the club. Meaning, if I hit the dude,
right, they're gonna sue the
Sue the
club.
club. Right.
They're gonna sue me.
Right.
And look what I get.
Right.
Look what I get.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden,
you can believe that lady got hit with the thing.
Right.
She called her lawyer.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and now they're trying to use me as the scapegoat to say
It was your fault.
He started it all. He incited it.
You instigated it.
Of course. So
My man Chad Secker say you're gonna be all right. That's just more material. Definitely something to hold promoters accountable for.
hey man, it is what it is. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people chatting in online. Go ahead, Glenn.
Why does he have a mic? He like a deacon. What
That's the fact checker. That's the fact checker.
That's the fact checker. He has been called
This is
that.
Glenn Griswold, man. How you doing? I got
man, how you
a question and a comment for you as well. Would you be opposed to going back to that club and doing another show and showing them, that how to really do it?
Talking to the mic, Steve.
You know what? I was asked that by one of the radio personalities earlier, and my answer right now is no. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because would I be open to going back to Columbia, South Carolina? Hell yeah. Why? Because the people in Columbia, South Carolina love Steve Brown, and I love them. They come out, man. They show me so much love. They show me respect. Even after the incident, people were still staying, wanting to get pictures and hug me and buy my merchandise. They didn't even get a chance to see the show, but they did that. And that means a lot to me as a professional entertainer, not being an A-lister. And that was cool,
Yeah.
So right now, the way I'm feeling, no.
Okay. Well, I asked that question because I thought about what Yvonne said. One way of using this situation, turning it around.
Well, let me say
one
this.
way.
That's one way of turning it around and giving them a pass on what they did.
Exactly.
Because what's going to happen is if I go back to that club and do it, guess what? They're going to say, okay, as I'll sweep under the rug, we're going to get the next one.
Right.
The next one. And the next one may not be as boisterous or brave as I am. Again, they're going to try to switch it like I'm playing the victim. No, I'm not the victim here of the guy. I'm the victim of how y'all handled me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I was just thinking about because it's a way of you using that platform.
I'm using
turning it around because it's your show.
I'm using the platform to pretty much let promoters know that they need to protect their investment, and their investment is us. We have families. We're their artists. Protect us. You know what I'm saying? You got us here. Don't have us in these shabby hotels. Don't. One time me and Bo P was on the road. We was living with a family. How the hell we staying with somebody's family?
Oh yeah.
So.
And then the promoter's wife got kidnapped.
See, that's on
one
him.
of the commenters, one of the viewers, Aaron Foster, he said you could pack clubs if you do this right. That which kind of ties into what.
Well,
I
mean,
saying.
Exactly.
You
And the
can
thing
utilize this to your advantage because you got all those connections with all these other clubs in South Carolina, North Carolina,
Exactly.
all over the country. So you can pack clubs out and make money out of this.
What I want to say to people listening is this is one incident, okay? This ain't something happens every night Steve
Right.
Brown goes out. So go look at the brother's YouTube. The brother is funny. This ain't something that happens that he don't go after people in his shows. He's not that type of comic, and that's why I didn't have a problem bringing him on because I know the brother.
Right.
And I was disappointed when he said the club owner should have been calling to be a character witness of how you treat people when they come to his club, but instead he calls to fire you.
Right.
That's the punk ass move.
And the thing
And
is,
I know who you are.
And
You don't book me no damn way, so you know you ain't doing me no goddamn favors.
right. So
Son of a bitch. All right.
So and he's going to these different young comics trying to coerce them to say what really happened. Okay, I know you. And it makes so bad. The kid is a white dude, and he really and I showed the kid so much love, showed him so much respect, and that young white boy like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to them. I'm not gonna lie on you for them. I'm just not gonna do it. You know, he's trying to pull all this stuff, all the tricks out of the bag. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of things that are hurtful, man. This young little white dude that didn't even know me like that. I just, standing by me on this.
Yeah.
But I got a brother that's standing on stage, and as soon as a little heat erupt, he tip off.
Yeah.
You know?
But now, in fairness, he told me he went to get help.
How the hell, dude?
I'm just telling you what he told me.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Like everybody said, that is the biggest crock of shit ever. Because I'm telling you right now, this is my man right here. I don't know him, but I don't like him. Why? Because he has a Georgia hat on, and I'm an Alabama fan. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to say roll tide to you. I'm sure you're a good brother. I respect you, but that hat, you know. But anyway, if I'm with this brother, we out, and somebody attacks him, I'm not going to say, hey, man, I'm going to get help. We're going to have to go at it together because me and you, boys, we together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to expect you to do that for me. And all this, and then I'm going to tell you, when he called me last night, dog, we, as men, we can discern certain things. This brother called me out of guilt.
Yeah.
Sometimes we call out of guilt. Man, and because he kept going to the fact, well, man, I was going to get help. Dude, you right there. This is right here, right now.
Right.
There's no time to get help.
Right.
Help.
He's a house host. Now I know the brother, good brother too, but he's a house host. Me and the house host, I would have stepped to that brother if nobody else did. If security did.
And the thing is, now I'm like, if me and you are on this dude, we can hold him down to the rest of the people come. And if we're holding him down, and even if it's scared guys in the crowd, they're gonna be like, okay, maybe it's okay to go up there and help them hold this.
Well, people didn't realize too in the video he was doing this. He was calling some of his other buddies. This could have got real ugly.
Right.
He was trying to call his other friend, but people were standing in front of them, holding them back. But he was trying to call other people, and I was like, this could have got real ugly.
Right. No, I'm gonna tell you what he was doing. No, he wasn't calling nobody.
He wasn't calling nobody.
He wasn't calling nobody.
I saw him doing this.
No, exactly.
That's the universal call.
No, exactly. I'm gonna tell you what he was doing, and you gotta be kind of crafty. What he was doing is this. He knew he couldn't hit me, so what he did, he was doing like this, so I can be distracted, so he can punch me.
Oh.
And guess what? The whole time, I'm zoomed in on you. No matter what you do, guess what?
Yeah.
They gonna have to hit me from behind. But right now, I got all of my attention on you.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that different for me. I'd have been like, who else?
No, right. And the thing is, if you saw him, he wasn't jabbing or up. He was just throwing haymakers. Put his head down, and whatever I hit. And at the same time, I'm thinking, you're gonna get tired soon.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the way it is. So,
yeah.
and you know, again, that's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
Well,
but
the hope flood. Where's hope?
Hope on the line. I've been having
there's
hope
some positive stuff. They're asking for you to come to Austin. They're asking for you to come to Nashville.
Oh.
I just wanted to say that this is the way that you can turn it around positively. People are wanting to follow you on Twitter, Instagram. Well, you need to put that out there. So that
and I want to say this one thing. This brother, he hit up Kevin Baker. You're not a comic, undoubtedly. I think it's a mistake to speak against the club. Other clubs would see this as you being difficult. This man's life was in danger here, brother. He didn't go to the club to start no fight. He went there to tell jokes.
And you know what? But you know what?
I'm gonna tell you something.
He's not speaking out against the club. He's speaking out the situation that happened.
I'm gonna tell you something. What's crazy though? What's this guy's name?
Kevin Baker.
Kevin, let me say this to you, brother. And I understand your point of view, but at the same time, I got club owners in North Carolina. I mean, these are white comedy venues saying they support what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. They're saying this was totally wrong the way they treated you.
I had a white club owner call me this morning and said you should sue the shit out of the club. You know, and he's a white club owner.
Well, I'm not gonna discuss.
Well, let's sue him. Don't sue the shit out of him, but just sue the ass.
Well, you know.
Now we go. Oh, Hope Flood, come on in, Hope.
I'm here.
I'm sorry, Hope. You see the conversation was heated. Go ahead, Hope.
Let me tell you something. I know Steve. He from L.A., and people don't know that Steve from L.A. That move he was doing, that was the crip walk he was doing. And he was amazing. He was shuffling around that bitch like he was Mayweather running from Mike Tyson. I was like, nigga, move.
You stupid.
Hey man, that's
I've seen these knockout niggas. I know what he capable of.
That's classic Hope.
His
Classic
mama moved
love.
him from California to Tuscaloosa, where they from originally, because he was in South. Steve, am I lying?
I plead the fifth, Hope. Thank you.
The man character is in question right now, Hope. He don't need to bring up all that right now.
All I know, what I'm saying is
I
that
know, baby.
he could have done some things, but he did not do it. We older, you got a family, like you said, you got a wife, you have too much to lose now. So you did the better thing. A lot of comics wouldn't have done that. A lot of comics would have just took the low route, but you took the high route. So I was just saying that to say, I don't want nobody to think you was no punk or anything like that, because you're not. You being professional. You have too much to lose. One, your life. These clubs, and me and Linnell talk about this all the time, they're not going to be happy until one of us get killed on these stages with these people. We have no protections at any of these clubs. Where was the security that allowed this to happen for so long? Somebody saying, oh, it was too armed security, they're military police. Well, why are they outside? They too busy trying to make sure the money right and not protecting their interests, like you're saying. Right. You know, whatever. Nobody like the female comedian. There are a lot of female comedians that have been raped on the road. I travel all over the country. I've traveled with Bo, I've traveled with Nick, and whatever they tell me to do, I do it. If y'all feel something, and you say, one time Nick Lewis and I were on the road together, he said, Hope, when we get ready to go to the club, he said, bring your suitcase, and we're going to leave and go home. He said, because I just feel something. And I just did what he asked me to do, because I didn't know. I hadn't been there before. And he said, after the show, we went back past the hotel, and there were some people out there waiting for us. People see a packed club, and they think we made a lot of money. You know, they think we got a lot of money and stuff. And sometimes we get robbed. Or when we go to the club, you know, especially as a woman, we don't know who's picking us up all the time. We don't know if this nigga got a license. We don't know if this nigga just did a drive-by, armed robbery. We don't know. We just going because we just trying to work and feed our family. So I understand, you know, what you went through. And we all fear for our life. We fear we are under a lot of stress. Are we going to get paid? Are we going this? Are we going that? Is there a fight going to break out in the club? This ain't the first incident. This is just the first one that's been caught on video.
And see, Hope, somebody just chatted in something that I wish it didn't get to this point. He said comics in Chicago are now carrying guns on stage. I was hoping it never got to that point.
Weekend in Chicago, that ain't nothing new or whatever.
But I mean, you hate to hear that. You hate to get to that point.
Chicago, or whatever. So that's it. But why has it come to that?
Right.
We're supposed to be there to make people laugh. It's like we're ministers of laughter. Like people go to church, they go to hear the word, they go to hear their favorite song, whatever that's going to help them get over what they're going through. People come in the comedy club for the same reason, and it's our job to make them feel better. But we're not gonna let y'all punk us. We're not because if you heckle us or say something to us, then the next person gonna say something, and the next person gonna say something or whatever, and they got all really fucked up. They think we just up here and we kicking and we funny. Half of us is ex-gang members, ex this, ex that. We not no punks, and so people quit coming to the club thinking you gonna punk the comedian. It's not right, and it ain't fair. And that's all I'm saying. I'm just so glad you are safe, Steve, because it could have went anyway. Nobody has metal detectors in these clubs. And you know nobody's scanning nobody.
And you know what the thing is, Hope. This, like I said, I told them I'm so hurt about this that I tried to remain professional so the club wouldn't catch an L or me. Yeah. And I still get, this backlash from the so-called club owner and the friend, telling me a liability to the club now, and and all this, and so I got canceled off of a date tonight and last night, and it's like, and then I'm hearing from an inside source, he is so-called mad at me, even though he's smiling in my face, he's mad at me that because I'm trying to destroy the livelihood of the club owner in South Carolina. But what about my livelihood? What about my kids?
Your life?
You know?
What about anybody caring
so
about
they
what
don't
happened
they
to
don't
you?
care
Now,
about
what if that thing,
and then
what
that
if
same
that
person
microphone stand had not fell off there and that boy,
Right.
you could be dead.
Right,
Yeah.
and then the same person that's so-called mad at me for so-called trying to destroy somebody's livelihood, I didn't get a call from him either when I was in the hospital.
Right.
So I'm like, man, it is what it is.
Yeah,
So.
because a professional club, it happens all the time, hecklers. What they do, they go up and
Yeah.
talk to the guys. Say, hey man, if you're
And
not
tell her,
happy,
be quiet,
we'll give
be
you
quiet.
tickets to a
And
new
then if
show.
they don't
You
be
can
quiet,
leave.
they'll remove them
They'll
from the
remove
club.
your food,
Because
drink,
nobody
take
came to
care of.
see you people. That's what nobody understands. You heckling us. We professionals. We 30 years in the business. We love to get you on. That's not what was really happening with you, from what I understand. He hit the girl, and you was like, "What the fuck? What? Why'd you do that?" And then he went off. So whatever, like you said, he was going through, and it's just this climate is bad. And we talk about this all the time. We are, as comedians, we are trying to get through this and get on stage to make our money. But at the end of the day, ain't shit funny right now. Ain't nothing funny. So for us to get dressed, come to the club, and to try to make people laugh when maybe our personal life is falling apart. Maybe our mama died. Maybe the dog died. Our kids is tripping. We going, the show must go on. Okay, I'm here. I'm under your guidance now. I'm under you now. You are supposed to protect me. Sometimes when we go to the room, some of y'all comedians and stuff, and some of y'all need to look out for the women. Y'all chasing bitches and shit or doing whatever. Not you, Steve, but I'm just saying the ones that are out here doing it. You never see if we get home, we get to our room safely. Nobody sees that we got money on us too, but nobody ever thinks about that. If we
That's
in
right.
this together, ain't no way that I would have been riding with you, Steve, that I would allow that to happen. I'd have been on the stage. We've been scrapping and whooping motherfuckers' ass and doing what we had to do. That's just me.
Me and
Or
Spanky
whatever.
Hayes
So that-
rode Greyhound
that other
all
com-
over this
me
country.
and Bo, me and Nick, me and
Yeah.
whoever. That's how we roll when we book partners like that.
And
I've
you know
been in
what?
altercations. Me and Lou Neal.
You know
We be
what?
like,
You know, I
okay,
hope-
we'll
you know-
whoop your ass now. Keep on playing.
But you know what, Hope? You, me, Bo, our era of comics, like it was like we already knew what the game plan was. If one of us was disrespected on stage and somebody to call themselves approaching the stage, comics coming from everywhere, like, okay.
That's
But
right.
now, the camera ain't gonna lie. The camera ain't gonna lie. Dude, you lifted your finger and walked off stage when you were standing there toe to toe. I mean, standing there beside me, thinking, ensuring me, we got this. And when that dude hit that stage, you did not run, you walked off. And like, oh, there it is.
Okay, I ain't in this shit. I
That's
ain't in it.
And you know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Just to save your face at a club that don't give a fuck about you, because they showed you through me.
Yeah. And Elder
Well, that's
Pope.
the same club that I heard somebody went to in a snowstorm, told her to come. She went there in a snowstorm.
Barbara
and then when she
Carlisle.
got there, they canceled the show.
Yeah.
And then didn't pay her nothing.
Right. Barbara's watching now. Yeah.
And Barbara is well respected in the game. One of the funniest ladies in the game, and she doesn't deserve stuff like that.
And she plays that club all the time. She's like a house favorite. So for them to treat her that way, and she's been going there for years, what's the rest of y'all got coming?
Right. So the thing
but
is,
until we all stand up and say, hey, but there's so many clubs to work, so many people that are going to invite you to clubs. You just have to play it correctly and be politically correct in what you do in the future. And we all got to be mindful. We can't all afford bodyguards.
Right.
Or even like back in the day when I used to go out, I would have my homeboys, they would be like, Hope, I'll go with you so we both can get killed. We in a city with they people. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who's who. We don't know if that dude's mama work at the hotel or cousin work at the hotel you staying at or the burger joint they take us. You don't know. You don't know. And we have to be mindful of that. Joe got our club shot up one time, heckling somebody and everything. The guy said Joe said something about the boy mama. The boy said, my mama dead. Joe said, I don't give a fuck. We'll dig her up and find some jokes on her. Okay, he wrong. Or whatever. We put the boy out the club because Joe is my boy. We comedians. I may never see this dude again, but I got to work with him again. So we put the dude come back to the club, start shooting up the club.
Yeah.
Now, when he left, that was bad for him to do because he went to the car and got a gun and came back. And then as you leaving, you think everything cool. Then you done got shot in the parking lot. Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody there. Nobody's there to walk us to our cars when we leave.
Yeah, knowing you just
people
got
think
paid.
we got money.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Hey man, Elton Pope said he's worked with you plenty of times, and he said you've always been professional and you're very funny. So, like I said, there's people still. They people that work with you know that this is an isolated incident. This ain't something that. This ain't something that happens in a comedy room every night. Two people. We don't want. We want everybody to know this ain't something that happens every night in a comedy room. This is one of those few times, and it just happened to a brother that we all know and love, and you know, it's just a sad situation that it happened, man.
And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I feel like, you can like me or love me or hate me, but I feel like this is going to be something that all of the comics are going to benefit from, because they need to know, because we've been, it's time out for talking and all this. Now we put it into action, and I got to say this. I played the improvs. I played a couple of the funny bones. They've never treated me like this. Right. Never. So I'm not gonna say, hey, let's go after white clubs, because that didn't happen. No. The Stardome in Birmingham treats me and other comics better than anybody I've ever seen. Bruce Ayers in Birmingham treats, professionalism. He treats you like you are like one of his own.
Right.
Great guy. You know what I'm saying? But at this particular club right here, they gave me they showed me, okay, nigga, you got your money. Yeah. What, you cut? Okay, well, go patch it up. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, some hot wings were missing, so we gonna dock you. So that's what they gave me.
Yeah.
So.
And the club he talking about, y'all know for a fact that Bo P got some shit he can say about you. Because me and you done had conversation. That's why I ain't booked there now. So I ain't going to put my laundry in it. Trust me, because I done spoke my mind to him. That's why they don't work with me, which I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? He going to have the nerve to tell me.
But the problem is, anyway. A lot of times the problem is so many comedians now that will cross the picket line or cross the thing. Sometimes the fight, you get tired of fighting the fight because you think that nobody's down, or people will support you from afar, but will not stand and support you and be vocal with you. Even with the Monique situation, Monique's got a right to her opinion. She's got a right to feel however she wants to feel. But whatever, even when she talked about openly, you down in, she called me. We talked about it or whatever, and she thanked me. She said, "Hope, I didn't understand when you were boycotting BET, Comic View, all those years ago, because I felt that was our only outlet." She said, "But I understand, and I get it now." And all I was trying to do, Bo knows, was get our money up. Comic View was the #1 show, and they were giving us $150 for 8 years. Every nigga in comedy stayed at my house.
Sure
and they thought it was funny to let the white boy, Gary Owen, host a black network. And they thought that was just funny. And all of those comics that came were spending rent money. They get home, they lights cut off, or they getting evicted just so they can come and get that exposure. And they just look at us. Nobody looks at comedians seriously. They think we're just up there kikiing and buffooning and this and that. We're serious about what we're doing. This is our job.
Yes.
And we don't take it lightly. And so they didn't see it that way. And I'm boycotting, and we could have been got the money up if comics just would have stood out. I wasn't trying to stop people from doing the show. I was just trying to say, hey, we could get more money.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's called Comedy Club. Guess what happens if we don't show the fuck up? I had to tell a motherfucker that at one of the clubs locally here. The security and the bartender, everybody think they better. But guess who they advertising? They advertising you. They advertising me. Nobody comes to the comedy club because the drinks are good or they got security. They come to see Steve Brown. They come to see Bo. They come to see me. They come to see us. And if we don't go, guess what? They can't not survive. They can't.
That's right.
But we'll never get there. We'll never get there because there's always some nigga like the nigga who like, well, nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with it, and let the nigga get beat up, or he don't agree with it. Whether I agree with you or not, Steve, you could have been dead wrong. I still would walk with you, and I'd have cussed you all the way back home to the hospital and everything. I'm like, nigga, you know you wrong, but we did whoop their ass. I would have done that. You get what I'm saying? But everybody ain't like that. And that is the problem, and that's why we can't get ahead, and that's why a lot of these clubs look at us, we just fillers. Like you said, you ain't an A-list comic or whatever. What they have done there, what they had ample security, if a Kevin Hart had showed up there, or a Cat Williams or something, what would they have done differently? And what can we do collectively to make these club owners understand, even with the hotel rooms? Some of y'all will stay in some of that raggedy shit, and you don't demand nothing better. You just don't demand it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do Huntsville, and one time I went, Bo had hooked me up. The lady took me into the hotel room.
I'm finna bring it up.
This motherfucker so raggedy, homeless people won't live here.
Yeah. I said, me and Hope ain't staying here. We ain't staying. Hope's like, Hope's in the car. Hope
But you know,
get out
other
the car.
comedians have stayed there. I said, well, I'm not staying here. I am a woman. She said, I didn't even think about it, Hope. You're the first woman I've had. I said, but it doesn't matter. Have you come in here and taken a mess?
Right.
I got to take this shit home, bed bugs, whatever, STD, whatever the fuck. I got to explain it to somebody. Y'all, so we have to demand better. Like when T. Ray got shot. Why are you staying in an outside access hotel? I don't give a fuck what this nigga paying. And stuff. We have to demand more because you think, I ain't going to work. Well, you can't work if you dead.
Right.
You can't work if you dead.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be staying in certain hotel rooms. Steve, you're to a level where some of that stuff you shouldn't even be doing. Sometimes we got to stand out to get something better.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes.
Hope, I gotta go ahead and tell us about what you got going on because I gotta get some more callers real quick before we off the air.
Oh, okay. So I just want to call and talk about. I got to call back next week.
Okay. We do
it. But I want to call and talk about my Comics Rock convention coming up April 24th to the 28th in Los Angeles. Comics, if you want to register and come, it's go to comicrockconvention.com. comicrockconvention.com and register. It's only $268. You get 25 workshops. Seminars. You get to showcase at LA's main comedy clubs. I am doing a tribute to Mr. Raymond Lambert, who started All Jokes Aside in Chicago and Detroit. It's an amazing event, and more importantly, this is the last year I'm doing it. I'm 7 years in, and I feel like I should have more support from more comedians than I have. I feel like after 7 years, I feel like more people should be coming. They stay in my inbox texting me and asking me for information and advice, and I created this event to address everybody because I can't mentor and help everybody. I'm still working on my career. So this is the last year until something else happens or whatever. Maybe I'll do it in 20. So y'all better get here and come. It's going to be a major industry people here. It's comicsrockconvention.com, April 24th to the 28th in Los Angeles. Y'all better come.
Hey, Hope, Hope, what I want to do is this. If you will, let me teach a class in self-maneuvering on stage.
Right. How to dodge a mic.
Right. How to dodge a mic stand.
Look, half these motherfuckers is too fat. I'd have just laid out. I wouldn't have been. And women with heels on, and stuff. I said, Steve is doing the damn thing. I thought you were going to do Hollywood shuffle with that motherfucker. You was half of us can't do none of that shit. You got to have amazing coordination to be able to do what you did.
Oh, go with your bad ass.
You
I love you.
Amazing. I watched you. I said, that Steve is on it, boy. That Steve is on it. But when you see something like that, what can you do?
Yeah.
Thank God that you were able to do those things.
Right. Yeah.
God bless you. Use this for whatever it is that you need to use it for. Bo, thank you for allowing this brother to come on and having this platform to be able to say what he needed to say.
Right.
And be able to really say what happened. And even though we saw a video, we only saw a portion of it. So we don't know what's before, and it's all going to come out. And Steve, keep your head up and just keep moving. Right. And don't worry about it. Whatever is for you, no matter, these are all toys of Satan to get you off your square. Stay on the square. Stay on the track. It's like the book of Eli. He could have went down and dealt with all of that stuff, but he had a goal, and he had to get somewhere in a certain time. And we have to look at the goal a lot of times, and comedians don't look at the goal. We get distracted by all the things, which is the devil. Y'all got to stay focused on whatever the goal is, and that's to make people laugh. Everybody ain't going to be famous. Everybody ain't going to be hard. Everybody ain't going to be Cat Williams, and some of y'all don't want it and ain't going to know what to do if you got it.
Right.
So this is the thing. Just keep moving and keep focusing on what it is that you are trying to do and what God put in your heart to do.
Thank you.
And don't worry about it. The only reason I didn't call you because I didn't have your number or whatever. We used to talk all the time. I didn't have your number to call, and I saw it, and me and Linnell spoke about it today, and we always say this kind of stuff. You know, and I wish every comic had a friend or a security guard or somebody that can roll with them that can have their back.
Right.
Because that's what it is about, somebody having your motherfucking back.
What?
Right, yeah. And we're going to get right back to you, Hope. We got to go.
Where you going?
Yo, we about to go off the air.
I got other callers, Hope.
Oh, you got to go off the air. Oh, that's right. You only paid for 2 hours. My bad.
All right.
Steve, I love you.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
And keep your head up.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I love y'all. Thank y'all for allowing me to call in. Bye.
No problem. This is the Bo P Show you're watching. My man out there, Milton Wynn, he's a promoter. He said, I hire comedians to tell jokes, not to fight. That never happened to one of my shows, so you're welcome to come out to one of his shows, brother.
Hey, Milton, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You know, you go on my website, stevewbrown.com, or you can hit me up if you want to book me. Just to go to you can send an email, swbcomic@gmail.com. swbcomic@gmail.com. And I appreciate all the support. Again, let me tell y'all, I'm not playing the victim. I'm not. I'm just doing what I need to do and doing what I feel necessary to do,
Right. Yeah.
So.
One more caller. Go ahead, caller.
What's happening? This your boy Cold Grits, man.
Oh my God.
What's up, Cold Grits?
Tell y'all what's up, man. I love the show, man. Great show. Steve, keep your head up, man. This is a gateway for better things, man. There's gonna be a whole nother door open up for you, man. You might be able to change the lane for a whole bunch of comedians out there. I just want to say salute. I love y'all, Bo P, John Jones, baby girl. I love you back there. I love y'all. Do y'all thing, Instinct Radio family.
Thank you,
All
brother.
right, appreciate it,
Talking
brother.
about me, Steve.
Yeah.
All right.
You gonna take another call?
Yeah. We'll take another call in a minute.
I want to see what these people are saying, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
ain't got my glasses.
Oh,
on,
okay. Yeah, people are
Thank you,
speaking.
Milton.
Bobby
Appreciate
Brown
it.
said what we saw was an ugly display that stirred up all kinds of emotions, sadness, anger, etc. I'm just glad you didn't get hurt any worse than you did. God bless you, Steve.
Thank
so
you.
people are really wanting the best for you.
Thank you so much.
There's
I
a lot of
appreciate
well
it.
wishes here.
Thank you.
People talking about the industry's dirty and that we need a comedian, a comics union, which I've been hearing people talk about that for a few years. Are actually so. I think that's something that definitely needs to start. Movement needs to be in that area.
One more call. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Bo and Steve, man? This Win down in Centerville, man.
Is
Who?
who?
Win down in Centerville, big Win superstars are coming.
Hey,
How
what's
y'all
up,
doing,
man?
bro?
How you
What's
doing,
happening,
man?
brother? What's happening?
Good, man. I just calling in, man. Both of y'all are outstanding comics, man. And, Steve, keep your head up, man. You can get a second job. I'm telling you, I used to box, but you got nice footwork, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm 50 years old, dog. I can, I'm too old for that now.
Oh, yeah, you should be, man. You should be. Like I said in my post, man. Both been down here 3-4 times, man. I bring y'all to tell jokes, man. Anybody can't take the joke, we take care of that. Because, I wish you had been in Cedarville with a help.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Much love to you.
Yeah.
All right. Get at you later, Bo.
All right, then. See you, Doc.
Marco.
Yeah. Yes. So that, man, people, like I said, everything is positive, man. Even club owners out there. Like I said, this is an isolated incident. This ain't something that happens every night with you on stage.
Right. So
And
I just don't want them to try to paint the picture like I was just going at it. Did I get in my emotions when I saw it? I saw it when I heard what I heard. Yes. But at the same time, it was like, if you knew this, you and your mama this, no, it wasn't like that at all, So
do you feel like there's like an undercurrent of negativity in the black community on this? Because the perspective from a media's perspective, it's very positive. So,
right,
you know what I mean?
right. I get that, and I understand it, and I'm like really happy about it, But deep down on the inside, as a man, I'm just hurt about.
Oh yeah.
And you never know. I'm just one of those people, where you may see me smile like all comics, or we may be smiling and joking and all that, but sometimes we do that to hide how we really feel, So it is what it is. So
someone was asking, "Hey man, did the comedy house really cut your money behind this?" And yeah, he did. They did.
Well, we're talking.
We talked about it earlier.
We can't talk about it anymore. But yeah, some things like that did happen. We're about to get out of here. Any last words you want to say? I got speak with my man for a few minutes before we go. Any last words you want to say? Out of here?
Y'all just keep supporting the comics, man. And like I said, man, if you see something, say something. You know what I'm saying? Don't, comics. We just got to stick together. I mean, and do our thing and demand the respect. And just demand the respect that we're worth, man. And like I said again. To that brother's family, man, thank y'all so much for being supportive. Love y'all. And I hope that, when all of this is over, I hope the brother get some help and and go from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And as a comic, I hate what I saw, but I'm glad you're okay. And you know how we laugh. You know how crazy you back being stupid to me. Right now. But I want to bring my man in before we get out of here. Tax season, everybody. My man here, Brian Jobert. Am I saying that right?
Well,
Jupert. He from New Orleans. Brian Jupert. And
I'm about to go because I owe taxes.
No, we owe in 3 minutes.
But I owe taxes.
That's why you need to stay.
Yeah.
You stay to holler at me.
You're going to try to get me.
I do need your information.
If you give your money to the IRS, then you can't pay me. So
this brother ain't finna get me.
Yeah.
He ain't finna get me. I ain't even look at you.
Later. I do owe the IRS, actually.
I ain't even look at you.
Right.
You ain't finna get me.
He may be wired now. Yeah. But so tell us what's new with the taxes before we get out here real quick, and how to get in touch with you, because we about out of here.
So we
Thanks to Hope.
A full tax service, man. LB tax service, 21 years. We've gone 21 years in the game. Specialize in business owners, homeowners. That's our forte. I do a lot of entertainment individuals, so y'all definitely need to get me in that circle. And like I say, this is what we love, man. We got locations around the country. I started this in my home, and then went from my home to now in D.C., Tennessee, New Orleans, Houston, Atlanta. And my thing is, I love helping people. So when you talk about you owe money, my thing is, I'm not a friend of the government. So I want you to keep that money, because like I said, the more you can keep, the more you can pay me.
Hold up, could you excuse me? Wait a minute, hold on. Excuse me, brother. Hold on. Wait a minute. Excuse me. What'd you say? You're not a friend of who now?
You're right.
You're right. Did you get that, boy?
Yeah, I got it. You see, I'm checking mine now.
So this is what I do. So,
damn battery did.
I've been saying that I'm pretty good, I guess, now. Well, I don't know what Trump gonna do, but I've been saying that for 20-something years. So I've been good, but you got Trump now, so I don't know what might happen.
You going a little too long. Tell them your information before we.
Yeah, definitely visit our website, man, at lbtaxservice.com. Or you can give us a call at 678-213-1141. Now, the first day to file that the IRS is going to start accepting returns is Monday, the 29th of January. But you can actually file your taxes now. And so as far as business owners, that's what we do. So if you need information on what you need to keep up with, what you need to write off, how you need to structure, because I've been traveling the country now, really teaching people how to play the tax game. And that's where we're losing in the black community. We don't know how to play the tax game, and that's where everybody else is winning. So with the LLCs, the S Corps, to that extent, I'm teaching that, man. It's the biggest loophole that's out there that other people are winning.
Hey, so I gotta say this. So, Bo, did you just tell that man he going too long like the church mother?
Yeah.
You going a little too long?
Yeah. You're going a little too long, baby.
So how can they reach you again?
Baby.
678-213.
We love you, but you out of order.
lbtaxservice.com is the website.
Baby, you out of order.
lbtaxservice.com. Because I'm being too.
I love you, but you got a nasty attitude. You got some ugly ways.
Hey, man, it's the Bo P Show. We don't know no other way to do it.
Oh
we talk funny, even though we talking taxes. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you, man. We're going to have you back on. We're running a little late tonight.
Well, yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah, we're going to have you back on. This brother, everybody out there, the reason I had him come through the show, he wants to advertise on the show. I'm going to put him on the spot. We talking to him about advertising, but I want him to see how we do it and come down, and I'm definitely going to have him back on. We're going to have his commercial on. We're going to do the right for him.
And we would have had him on a lot. Well, I would have gave him a lot more time if it weren't for Hope.
Oh, was it Hope? Just Hope? Was it just Hope, brother? I'm just saying.
We love you, Hope.
There was a moment when I was just sitting here just watching y'all have a conversation.
This turned to the Hope Show.
Yeah. So we love Hope here. This is Bo P Show. We love Hope. We love Hope.
Hey, Hope.
Hope. You know what I'm saying?
We love Hope Flood, but Bo was sitting here like, I hope she finished.
But we're glad that Hope called in, and we're also glad that Ice Cream called in. He's a comedian as well, and Kipper Jones, entertainer out of Cafe 290, and where else does he perform? He's got a show coming up in February, right?
Right, February 1st.
So were you excited that we had those people call in earlier tonight?
Thank everybody for watching and commenting also.
You actually was like letting me talk. Oh my God!
Are we
done? No. Oh, well, thank you guys. Have a good night. We are so appreciative here at the Bo P Show.
Are we finished or are we done?
Thanks, Steve Brown, for being here, you crazy nut.
Thank you.
It's the Bo P Show, man. Every Wednesday night, 8 to 10 o'clock p.m. Thank you, Anderson, South Carolina, for tuning in. 95.3 out there in Anderson, South Carolina. We love y'all, man. See y'all next time. It's the Bo P Show. Steve Brown, Yvonne Maurice, John Jones, Glenn Griswold, Nick. We holler at y'all next time. It's the Bo P Show.
All of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.